Now that you all finished the Bill of Pitch video part, we're moving on to the on-camera persona. You do not want to make videos like that. We're on the next chapter, camera persona. The last thing that you want to be is dead inside. You really want to put out your emotion when you're on camera. And here's the thing that most people don't know when they're on camera. If you get on camera as your normal self in real life, the camera almost doles down your energy a little bit. So you have to raise your energy a little bit higher, or even a lot higher, depending on what you want to. Don't go too high though. You might seem a little crazy, but you want to raise your level up just a little bit to kind of a little bit more than how you are in real life, because when you're on camera, it'll put you back at a baseline and you won't look boring to people. So here are the 3 things that I like to keep in my head whenever I'm creating content for brands or myself. The first thing is going to be your facial expressions. This is one thing that a lot of beginner creators miss out on because they don't really pay attention to it, or maybe they're a bit nervous. But we communicate mostly through nonverbal communication. So that's the use of our hands and the use of our face. It's not just what's coming out of our mouth, because I can say something like, nah, I really like pancakes, and that doesn't match with my face. So whenever you're speaking about a product or speaking about a story, make sure that the emotion that you're feeling to convey that product or that story shows in your face. For an example, I'm going to act like I'm shooting a video on this phone. One thing that I really can't stand in life is broccoli. Just like that. So you can see how my face shriveled up when I said broccoli. And that's communicating that I don't like broccoli that much. If I was saying, one thing I really can't stand is broccoli, and I smile, people will be really confused. So the same is also true when you're talking about a product that's supposed to be exciting or get somebody excited to buy it. You just have like straight dull face. Don't do that. Which brings us to number 2, which is your tone. Now, this is a quick drill I like to do every time before I shoot my videos, is to do like a quick tone check whenever I'm about to start a video. So let's say we're going to do a video talking about chocolate bars. I'll say one of my favorite things in the world is chocolate bars. One of my favorite things in the world are chocolate bars. Chocolate bars, my favorite thing in the world. I said the same thing, but I'm using 3 different tones while I'm talking. Now, this will help you kind of get the overall vibe and energy that you're putting out on camera when you're speaking about a certain subject. So warm up on your lines that way. And oftentimes when you're going through your scripts on your videos, which we'll get into in another video, you'll start to learn that you can go by each script and you'll start to feel it like, I don't know if I really hit that one that well. And you'll try a different take. You can go back and watch all 3 versions that you shot of yourself, and you'll pretty much be good to go. So practice saying one line 3 different ways, and then figure out which line sounds the best when you're going back into editing. And then lastly, we got the hand movement. Now, hand movement is pretty self-explanatory. Whenever you're talking about something, you just want to make sure that you're pointing or moving your hands to match, I guess, the tempo of how you're speaking, or whenever you're addressing the person on camera. So if I bring my phone back up again and I'm like, do you guys ever think about dreams? You saw how I pointed at the camera. Do you guys, right here, do you guys ever think about dreams? Right? And I take my hand and just imagine. So just be a little creative with your hand movements. Even that one, when I'm talking, like, be a little creative, like I'm jumbling up thoughts in my brain, so you want to really make sure that you're paying attention to all 3 of these things whenever you're on camera, because this will amplify your persona on camera. And as you play around with these 3 different things, you'll start to develop your own style and then pick up like your own words and verbiage and all that type of stuff. But for now, those things should get you guys a long way. So let's move on to the next video.